May go without saying, but now is the perfect time in order for you to be grinding through FIFA 23 so that you can get as many packs as possible. The more packs you have, the higher chance you have of packing a team in the season. But unfortunately, not every single game mode is created equal, and that's why in today's video we're going to rank them from the worst all the way to the best. But before we do get into the video, if you really want the best chance of getting a team in the season, then there is no better place than SkyCoach. SkyCoach offers cheap, fast and reliable FIFA 23 coins so that you can either just buy the players that you want or open as many packs as you want for a fraction of the price of FIFA points. If you're interested, there is a link in the description down below, and if you use Fnatic at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 10% discount.
Nice.
As mentioned, not every single game mode is created equal. There are some which are a lot better for grinding packs and thus a lot better for grinding team of the seasons. So starting off, the worst, friendlies. Now, this is a bit of a weird one because friendlies by themselves, which is how we're counting them, is not good for grinding packs because they don't offer any pack rewards. But there is something which it will link into later, and this will make it a lot better than what it actually seems. The only benefit that you have from friendlies by themselves is the coins at the end of the games, and these games tend to be relatively easy, mainly because whenever you do come up to an opponent, there's this hidden rule within FIFA, whereas if you score, it's most likely that your opponent will quit, and if they score, then you should probably quit. It seems to happen way more within friendlies than any other game mode, even when there's a limited amount of games. Next up, the real worst way to grind packs is through moments. Now moments, I had high hopes at the beginning of the year, and there were even times when I did spend a bit of time actually grinding it, but it's really not that good. Even for right now where there is team of the season challenges. EA is pushing slightly more content to moments than what they've done throughout the whole year, but it's still the same problem. With every single challenge, they're not too different. Certain amount of passes, certain amount of tackles, win the game, score goals. And with every single one that you go through, they're only going to be offering 1 foot star. But to make matters worse, the only real way in which you're going to be able to get a good pack is if you grind anywhere between 30 all the way up to around 90. That takes a lot of time. The rest of the packs which require less foot stars, they're not worth it. They are welcome packs, which is not really needed at this time of the year. I don't know why EA is not allowing you to increase difficulty on each and every single one of these moments. For 90% of the content that EA have pushed to this game mode this year, it has literally been on the lowest possible difficulty. My recommendation: don't go through this game mode unless you've gone through everything else on this list. Next up, we have squad battles. Now, squad battles itself, even though it's still fairly low on this list, it's actually reasonably good. Of course, it is single player, and you're gonna have to grind out for a full week for you to unlock your rewards at the end. That is the reason why it is down so low, but if you are looking to play by yourself and you're not wanting to go online, then really this is the best, if not one of the only options available. You either have foot moments, squad battles, or something else which we will talk about, and as already mentioned, moments is off the list, so that leaves squad battles and the other game mode. If you're not a confident player in going online and you do have the time and the patience to play against the AI, then by all means go through it. Number 4, we have Division Rivals. Division Rivals is fairly similar to squad battles in that it has a same letdown, and that is that it is on a weekly reward system. When you're trying to grind an active promo, one of the best ways in which you can get packs and actually have a chance of getting team of the season players in this example is to go through something where you can constantly get packs, no matter the time, day, or even month for that matter. As long as the promo is still going on, you're able to go for it and there's content there. Division Rivals, yes, there is content there, but it's limited in that you're not able to grind packs every single day 24/7. It's definitely still worth going through. What I tend to do is play the minimum, either being 3 wins or 8 wins, and then pretty much stop because there's honestly no point. After this, we have Foot Draft. Now, Foot Draft is great. Most people go and use FUT Draft before a massive promo like Team of the Season so that they can grind packs. Some will even buy into FIFA points, and instead of using their FIFA points on packs, they will actually use it on FUT Draft. It gives a much higher return on investment. And to add on some of the stuff that we've already been talking about with moments, squad battles, and now FUT Draft, the single player game mode, when you are trying to play single player because you just don't want to play online, draft is probably the best. Yes, it does cost 15,000 coins in order for you to enter, or you're going to need a draft token, but unlike squad battles, which is only based on you being able to get rewards one time per week, with draft, it's whenever you're able to go through and complete. In which, if you're going through single player, you should be selecting whatever difficulty is best suited to you, because ultimately the rewards aren't gonna change at all if you go through it, no matter what difficulty you go in at. So you can go and select semi-pro, professional, whatever you want to go for. As long as you're able to go and win all 4 games, you're going to be getting the best possible reward every time. And as long as you are able to go all the way through to the final and win it, you will be able to either break even from the rewards you get. This includes the coins you're able to get from matches and pack rewards, but hopefully you're able to profit. It's just a long and tedious way to go through things with the AI. If you're playing online, this is where it gets slightly different, still a great way, and you're going to be able to get much better rewards if you can go all the way to the end, but it also is very sweaty. I often feel like draft, especially at these moments throughout the year, end up being much more competitive than near enough every other game mode. There's actually a price on the line, whereas if you go into FUT Champions, you could forfeit all your games and still be rewarded. Likewise with Division Rivals, you can lose games and there's still a certain point of, as long as you've reached a checkpoint, you can't go any further backwards. But with Draft, there is always something on the line. Next up, we have squad builder challenges, and for a lot of people, they would have put this a lot higher, and there's a reason for that. Even though SBCs are golden at this time of the year with the content that EA are pushing, and you can keep on going through them constantly, it does also require you to have quite a lot of players. You can get guaranteed team of the season packs, which normally get pushed once or twice per week depending on the content that EA are releasing. But with this, you are going to need 85s, 86, 87s. You're going to need fodder players. You're going to need those to submit into the SBC itself. And in a way, it does become a bit of a gamble because the players that you're submitting in a lot of cases will be more valuable than the player that you'll get in return. But with that said, it still is an amazing way for you to grind a lot of packs very quickly. And even though for the guaranteed team of the seasons, you are going to have to submit high rated players to meet a rating to get that reward, with other SBCs, they are very easy. And with some of the challenges that have been released, such as your team of the season daily challenge, as long as you log in and throw in one single bronze player, you will be able to unlock a 2 rare gold player reward, which is pretty decent for just submitting a bronze player. And this isn't just that, there's also silver and bronze daily challenges that EA were releasing, and I assume that they're going to do it again. If you're not going through SBCs during this time, then honestly, that's a massive problem, especially if you are looking to go and pack some of these team of the seasons. Now that does mean that next on our list is actually FUT Champions, and the reason that I put it here is because of the cost associated with it. So you can still get team of the season players through this. They are red player picks. But unlike your SBCs, even though you're able to grind SBCs constantly 24/7, which I said is a massive benefit on times like this when you are trying to grind for a promo, FUT Champions doesn't have that. But what it does have is the ability to give you a guaranteed team of the season as long as you're able to get into the FUT finals. And as long as you are able to get into the FUT finals, it doesn't cost you anything other than time. And honestly, that is the only reason why I've put FUT Champions above SBCs. SBCs is still amazing and probably the second best way to actually grind packs, but in terms of getting team of the seasons for time or money, FUT Champions has a much better return than SBCs themselves. SBCs, based on chances, unless you're going to get a guaranteed team of the season, which, as we've already mentioned, you're going to need quite a few players at a relatively high rating. Whereas FUT Champions, you don't need that. You could actually forfeit your games and still come away with a team of the season player, just not above 90 rated. In first place, I've actually listed objectives. Your objectives is by far the best place to grind packs and also team of the season players. You will multiple times per week see objectives which will give you team of the season players. All you need to do is go through division rivals, foot champions, or even squad battles. Some of them may even require you just to go through SBCs. This is where it gets real interesting, because remember at the beginning of this video, I said that the worst way is friendlies by themselves because they don't do much. But friendlies actually becomes a lot higher on this list because you're going to be completing objectives as long as you are going through the correct game modes within friendlies. Your team of the season 1 league tournament, as long as you're going through that with the right players, it actually becomes way more rewarding than moments, squad battles, division rivals, draft, and potentially even SBCs, depending what you're doing and also how many players you currently have within your club. My recommendation is to go through this and grind objectives out as much as possible. If you focus more on your objectives than anything else, naturally you will go through some of the other game modes, squad battles, division rivals, SBCs, foot champions. So not only are you getting all the rewards from your objectives, but you're also then completing these various other game modes by themselves. And you should be able to farm packs on a daily basis through objectives and also SBCs. This is really where you're going to have the highest chance of being able to get something good. And to add more to this, objectives, they're going to give you packs such as your 81 plus, 83 plus, 84 plus, 85 plus. And that's where you're really going to see the best of the best. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.